How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. If you are, let me know. And if you're not, you can let me know as well. I read all the comments. I don't get a lot, so that's not a big task. Anyway, the title of the video is the title of the script I'm reading, and I'm just letting you know that I'm reading off a script. So if it sounds a bit unnatural and like I'm not talking casually, it's because I'm reading. So let me start reading. Okay. In order for a society to get so advanced that intergalactic travel is possible, I believe the good in the society has to truly conquer the evil. Simply because corruption isn't efficient, having a society that sacrifices progress for the sake of a few at the top wouldn't work. Beings need to be good enough to work together efficiently to build something greater than the sum of its parts. It doesn't matter how smart one person is, because one person is limited by being one person. You need generations of people sharing information and advancing more and more each generation until they get to a point where they're enough and civilized enough to develop intergalactic travel. The reason being good is as important as being smart is because you're not very useful to the collective if you're selfish, because if you're selfish, you won't see a point in contributing. Instead, you'd self-serve, focus more on your own pleasure, and if you have a good idea that's not something you'd share, or to make the world a better place, that's an intellectual property to gain from and milk for as long as you can get away with. With this in mind, I truly believe IQ isn't everything, and a kind midwit is more useful than a high-functioning psychopath. By the time aliens get to us, be they would have to be so developed, both intellectually and morally, that they would see how we are right now as pretty barbaric. But they would also realize that at one point they were like that too and collectively grew out of it over time. If they exist, they're probably watching us occasionally to see if we get to where they're at or if we'll destroy ourselves before we get there. How we treat nature and how we treat each other is probably too hard for a lot of them to stomach, or whatever their version of a stomach is. Okay, guys, so that was the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, good. Yeah, like the video if you want to, subscribe if you want to, and comment if you want to. I'm out, and I hope you have a great day.